Hello, and welcome to the daily message on this 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. My reflection today is on the gospel reading for this Sunday from the 16th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. There are two things that I want to draw your attention to very briefly. The first is in the first paragraph where Jesus says, or where Matthew says that Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer greatly from the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed on the third day, and then on the third day be raised. So Jesus is telling his disciples something that sounds unbelievable, that yes, he is the Messiah, but that he is a Messiah who is going to suffer and die. That totally contradicts the idea of messiahship that the apostles and, in fact, the Jewish people in general believed in the first century. Their idea of a Messiah was to be one who would be powerful, a warrior, someone who would defeat the enemies of the Jews and reestablish God's authority in Israel through the sword. Jesus says, no, that's not the way my messiahship will be played out. He says that he is going to suffer. And why does he suffer and die? He suffers and dies because he believes that the power of love and the power of nonviolent love is greater than the violence of the Romans. And so that's the first thing. Second thing is in the second paragraph there where it says, Jesus said to his disciples, whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. And so what we see here is a concept that some theologians anyway, refer to as participatory atonement. We have come to believe in a theological theory known as substitutionary atonement, in which Christ died for us, that Christ accomplished salvation for us because we were not able to do it on our own. We were not able to be reconciled with God because of the gravity of the sin of Adam and Eve. This gospel reading says something different. It says that it's not that Jesus did something for us, but rather that Jesus is inviting us to do as he did, that we are invited to participate in his suffering and death by living lives that model his and that reflect his, that we should be willing to pick up our cross and to deny ourselves in order to follow Jesus. So this idea of participatory atonement is quite different than the much later, actually, theology of substitutionary atonement. The basic point, it's not that Jesus did something for us that we could not do. Rather, that we are invited by Jesus to do as he did, to imitate his life. Thank you for watching. Have a great Sunday.